Guns and silver and knives. Knives, buck knives, back with you. And yes, this fellow likes buck knives. The 110 in particular, I have been actually a newbie to buck knives relative to most people. For my age, being 72 years old, I use knives a lot in my work. I was a welder by trade and a lot of different functions, a lot of different applications to daily chores. And I use knives, beat them mostly, beat the knives. And I don't really have many to show for it. I have showcased a couple on my channel of knives I had for, going back 50 years on a couple of them, but they were really beat down, and I've noted that in my videos. But buck knives, I'm a newbie to. The last 2 years, year and a half, specifically, I've been making a run at collecting the 110 in particular, but also the 112 Ranger and different classic slip joints and a few other knives that have come out, a couple new ones. But the 110 is what I'm featuring today. First buck knife I got was the classic 110 Hunter brass framed and ebony scales. This is this 2024 model, I believe. This particular one here, Tang stamp, the Z. And then I picked up a 110 nickel silver 428C steel, the Clip Point Hunter, which is a classic in its own right, but fairly new in production for buck knives. I've found out over time that buck knives, the classic lockback Hunter, has been in production since 1964, and they've produced over 15 million classic and different, like these drop points, nickel silver, different versions, finger groove, which are knives I don't own yet, but I'm looking at. Versions of the 110, 15 million in the last, 60 years, 65 years, no, 61, 62 years of making these knives. And the kind of the inspiration for a lot of different knife manufacturers to make lockbacks, hunter-style lockbacks and different knives. But this drop point 428C steel nickel silver version is rather neat. I picked that up a while back. And then I picked up a custom buck in S30V, S30VN steel nickel silver drop point, although you can see that the drop points vary a little. They're a little variation, being that the custom has a nail nick to it, and just the standard drop point. Actually, it's still from the custom shop, but it is the S30. No, pardon me. It's the 428C steel version, and the blades are different. Different grind, just subtle, but it's there. Variations on the radius to the blade tip and the pointiness to the tip. And then I have a buck 110 Slim Select, which is, I think they're going for like $42 now at the Buck website and different outlets. It's a large EDC knife, though I don't carry it. It's a true collectible for me. I would have removed the pocket clip on this a long time ago and pouch carried it. But I do like this. It feels good in the hand, and they're all great knives. I mean, just fantastic working knives, but I of course don't carry them, don't use them, because I'm neurotic and a collector. So that's where I am with my buck knives and my buck cup. little mocha in it. I'm going to take a sip here. Oh yeah, Buck coffee. Yeah, we get a good look, good run on them. The Buck Slim Select is got the thumb stud. It really isn't. I wouldn't consider this an easy everyday carry knife. It's quite large, but it's sweet. The 110 Custom S30V knife is, of course, a two-hand opener. Unless you want to use one hand, use the weight of the handle to open it. I don't want to do that. And I don't want to modify any of these classic styles with a thumb stud. I really like the idea of the function and the sheath. The applied sheath to them. They're HO in Mexico, the leather sheaths, but they're really sweet. I like them. Neat design. The next, the 428C drop point with nickel silver design it's a great knife. I have to watch out for those blades. I'll get lazy and not notice what I'm doing. When I close them up, this blade comes down pretty quick on you sometimes. You got to watch out for that. Again, it has a great sheath. All the Buck knives come with a Buck 110 versions come with a leather sheath. The classic design, though nickel silver, Buck 110. It's also a custom, and it magical to me. Quite nice. There's a fellow over at Knife Time Story that talks about modifying these Buck 110s and classic for different applications he finds. He has thoughts about how to always load the knife into the sheath. You always put the big side up, and whether it's facing away from you, depending on what side of your shoulder, she likes to have it so you can access it with the least number of motions, least movements to open your knife. I don't care that much about it because these guys, like Knife Time Story and several other buck aficionados, they use their buck knives all the time. They typically live on farms or ranches, and the buck knife comes in extremely handy for them as working people. And like I mentioned, I'm no longer doing any kind of huff and puff work, so that's not what I'm after. Cool stuff. The Buck 110 and all its iterations. Great knives. God bless all you knife nuts. Remember that Jesus Christ loves you. Be well.